A Beaufort County chairman resigns to become a state representative. Beaufort County school buses received $257,000 in video cameras, and we'll tell you about a Beaufort shopping event that you won't want to miss. All that and much more. Keep watching Beaufort. Your news starts now. Thanks for joining us for the Beaufort News. I'm Jessa Jeremiah, and here are your local headlines. After months of discussion, buses in Beaufort County have recently been equipped with video cameras. Crews began installing 3 video and audio recording systems on each of the buses last week, an arrangement that cost a total of $257,000. The cameras have been installed on more than 170 school buses district-wide, a system officials say will be a valuable tool. A local business leads some important efforts to help aid victims of Hurricane Sandy. The New River Auto Mall has been collecting donations, which ends on November 23rd, to help those who have been displaced during this difficult storm. So far, donations have ranged from winter coats to first aid kits and water. A Beaufort County chairman has resigned his position recently to become a state representative. Weston Newton, the county chairman of 10 years, submitted his resignation last week to fulfill his new duties as state representative for the newly formed District 120. Vice Chairman Paul Somerville will handle the chairman duties beginning in December. Karen Morris has been named 2012's Medical Person of the Year by the Beaufort Exchange Club. Morris, an employee of Beaufort County EMS since 1987, started with Beaufort County as a volunteer and is now a shift crew chief. This is the first time the Exchange Club has given the award to an EMS employee. Beaufort County educators have returned from a trip to China last week in which they visited many K-12 schools. The trip was an effort to establish partnerships with the schools and was funded by a nonprofit organization within the Chinese government. Out of the 400 school affiliates to attend, there were 3 educators from Beaufort County. Local citizens participated in an event that showed how to learn more about their ancestors. The event, which was centered around the U.S. Census, was a workshop-style class that led participants through a family history exercise that used the newly released 1940 U.S. Federal Census. The event was held at the Libico branch of the Beaufort County Library. The Parkinson's Support Group of the Lowcountry is hosting an event that they say promotes food, fellowship, and fun. The gathering will be held on Thursday, December 6th at the Helena House in Port Royal at 1:30 p.m. to accomplish a variety of things. The most important of activities is to kick off the holiday season and to discuss plans for the new year. The Beaufort County recycling mascot has recently been entered into a mascot matchup contest for an opportunity to win money. The recycling mascot, named Rerun, will be able to bring more recycling awareness as well as education if it wins. You can help Rerun by voting at facebook.com/bushsystems now through November 30th. And here's what's happening around the state. The victim's father in the College of Charleston investigation of sex assault is faulting the police as well as the college for not taking it seriously. In April of this year, a member of the school's softball team alleged that 4 baseball players assaulted her in her dormitory suite during a party. The school launched a 6-month investigation that resulted in no arrests due to insufficient evidence. The College of Charleston states that they did take the incident extremely seriously. The military spending cuts set to take place in January may be less extreme than originally planned. According to members of the South Carolina congressional delegation, the state's $1.2 trillion in automatic cuts, called the fiscal cliff, will not occur. State lawmakers say military cuts to reduce the budget deficit are still likely, but will be coupled with cuts from additional sources. Democrats are saying that the recent House 78 win by Beth Bernstein could be a sign that she may be able to defeat Governor Nikki Haley in the next election. What is getting the attention is not how she won, but the way in which the Democratic candidate won. The former attorney built her entire campaign against Republican Governor Nikki Haley, and the strategy is thought of as a blueprint strategy of how to beat Haley in 2014. If you'd like additional information on these headlines, you can reference the media sources you see listed on your screen. Also, you can like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Just ahead, we have Buck Boone from the Island News to talk to us about an anti-bullying event, and we'll have your business report when we return.
Low Country Real Estate is located in historic downtown Beaufort, home to one of the most attractive real estate markets in America. We've been providing high-quality service to our community for the past 24 years. Whether you're interested in buying or selling residential, resort, or commercial investment property, our professional sales staff can help you with your real estate needs. Please visit lowcountryrealestate.com for details on all available properties in Beaufort, and come see how the Low Country becomes you.
Welcome back to the Beaufort News. Joining us first is Mr. Buck Boone from the Island News. How are you doing today?
It's a beautiful day in Beaufort, Jessa.
Wonderful. And I want to know about the school district anti-bullying event for 6th graders. Tell us about this district-wide event and what exactly took place.
Well, students participated in a special district-wide anti-bullying event this week designed to raise awareness and empower bystanders to intervene when others are being bullied. The theater department at Beaufort High School performed thought-provoking skits in a production called See Something, Say Something that was viewed by 6th graders from northern and southern Beaufort County.
And now, Buck, how can students or parents even speak up against bullying?
Well, anyone can call the school district's anti-bullying hotline at 843-322-2435 or toll free at 866-611-1102, or they can email bscdbullyinghotline@beaufort.k12.sc.us.
Okay, good information. And in another story, what can you tell us about the Blood Alliance's 4th annual blood drive that was held last week?
The blood drive, sponsored by the Junior Service League of Beaufort, was held last week at the Quality Inn on Boundary Street and collected about 50 units of blood. The drive had a friendly competition from the University of South Carolina and Clemson University, and Chairperson Sheila Miley said both schools each donated an even amount of blood.
And we also want to know about the 2013 calendar for Beaufort County. When are they presenting the annual calendar?
The 2013 Beaufort County Land Preservation Calendar will be unveiled at the County Council meeting on Monday, November the 26th at 5 p.m. at the Council Chambers. County Administrator Gary Kubik will be recognizing the photographers who contributed to the calendar, which features birds and their habitats, and will be on sale in stores and online for only $15.
Okay, Buck Boone, that's your hot off the press report. We look forward to speaking with you next week.
Thank you, Jessa.
Next, we have your business report with Miss Blakely Williams of the Beaufort Regional Chamber. How are you today?
Fine, thank you.
Good. Say, good to have you. First of all, we want to know about the statewide economic impact study on the military that was just released. Can you tell us about those numbers, Blakely?
That's right. The South Carolina Military-Based Task Force with the Department of Commerce commissioned a recent study on the economic impact of all the installations across the state and had a $15.7 billion economic impact. What we saw locally was an increase. What we had, the last study that we commissioned in 2009 had a $1.2 billion economic impact. This time, we saw a $1.46 billion economic impact. We've always known military was a key economic driver. Now we know how significant it is.
Absolutely. And now that the elections are over, how much change nationally should we anticipate with our military?
That's a great question, and it's one that we're asking every day. I think that that's something we're going to have to stay tuned. The climate in Washington is hopefully in a spirit, moving toward the spirit of compromise, but it's something we're really going to have to take an eye on for what it means for us here at home in Beaufort. The national elections are going to play a big role in what happens to us here at home.
And now I'm very interested in this next story. The Beaufort County Council will have a new chairman for the first time in quite a while. Can you tell us more about this?
That's right. Congratulations to Chairman Weston Newton, who's just been elected to the South Carolina House of Representatives. So for the first time in many, many years, we'll have a new council chairman. They're going to wait on the elections for the special election to fill Chairman Newton's seat, and we look forward to that announcement very soon.
All right. Well, some interesting stories today, Blakely. Thank you so much for your business report.
Thanks so much.
Up next, we have 3 newsmaking guests who will tell us what we can look forward to throughout the holidays after the break.
Hi, my name is Matt McElhaney, owner of City Loft Hotel, an upscale boutique hotel in downtown Beaufort. We are proud to be consistently ranked as the #1 hotel in Beaufort based on TripAdvisor's guest ratings and comments. At City Loft, we value our neighbors in the Lowcountry. Whether you're taking friends by boat or need a romantic getaway in Beaufort, let us at City Loft extend hospitality while introducing what's new in urban hotel design. At City Loft Hotel, we are committed to customer service. When you stay here, you're always a local.
Welcome back to the Beaufort News. We have Miss Lanelle Fabian, the Director of Main Street Beaufort USA, joining us. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Say, Lanelle, we know about Black Friday. We know about Cyber Monday. Now I understand there's a Small Business Saturday. What can you tell us about this?
Yes, for the third year in a row, American Express is sponsoring nationally Small Business Saturday, which is the Saturday after Thanksgiving, and it's just a day to go out and support small businesses. If you use American Express, you can actually go to shopsmall.com and register your card. And if you shop at a small business on November 24th, you'll receive a $25 statement credit. On the local level, a lot of downtown businesses will be having sales and specials. We'll have a live radio remote, and actually Main Street will be downtown giving free giveaways and registering people for things, and we're just going to make a fun day out of it.
Wonderful. And in addition, there's an opportunity for Beaufort shoppers to be a part of window decorating downtown. Is that right?
Yes, for the first time in a while, we're actually encouraging downtown businesses to decorate their windows. We're calling it Holiday Dazzle, and we want the community to come out every Tuesday through December 11th and walk and look through the windows. There'll be a scavenger hunt, so they'll be giving a list of items, and they're to write down the stores where they see the item in the window, and then they'll be entered to win prizes as well. And we'll also award the favorite window to the business that is voted by the community.
And finally, Lanelle, tell us what goes on during Beaufort's favorite holiday weekend that's approaching.
Yes, we're so excited. December 7th, 8th, and 9th. December 7th is a night on the town, everybody's favorite. The Parris Island Marine Corps Band will perform as well as some other community organizations. We'll officially light the city's Christmas tree. Some downtown streets will be closed. All the businesses will stay open late and have their own open houses. Saturday is the Light Up the Night Boat Parade. We partner with the Beaufort Sail and Power Squadron with that. It's a beautiful thing to see. Henry C. Chambers Waterfront Park is a perfect place to watch that. And then Sunday, of course, at 3 p.m. is the city's traditional Christmas parade throughout downtown Beaufort.
Sounds like lots of great events and lots of great shopping too. So thank you so much, Lanelle, for your report.
Thank you so much.
Up next, we have Bonnie Hargrove, the director of USCB's Center for the Arts. How are you today?
I'm great, and you?
I'm good, thank you. So Bonnie, we've heard so many great events coming out of the Center for the Arts. I understand a classic is coming up soon. Can you tell us a little bit about the Nutcracker?
Certainly. The Columbia City Ballet is going to be here to perform the classic, the Nutcracker. There's 30 local children who will be performing as little ginger children. I think there's Sugar Plum Fairies and other precious things. They bring with them 40 professional ballerinas, and it's one of the few times that you can see it snow in Beaufort.
That sounds like such a great show. What a great classic. Can you tell us what the cost is and how can we get tickets to the event?
Oh, okay. It's $35, $30, or $25, depending on where you're sitting in our auditorium, and $15 for children. You can get the tickets at USCB Center for the Arts, which is at 801 Carteret Street, or give us a call at 843-521-4145.
Wonderful, and I understand you have another holiday show coming to USCB. Tell us about this.
Well, we have several that are going to be happening there. Aunt Pearlie Sue comes with her Gala Christmas. The ballet, of course, that we're doing, the orchestra, it has a holiday. There's a lot of things that's underneath our umbrella there at the university. But we do have a really fun Edward Burns film. It's called The Fitzgerald Family Christmas. But I think Mark Shaffer will be telling you a little bit more about that. But we have a lot going on, and I hope people will stop by and see us.
All right. Well, we look forward to all those great holiday shows. Bonnie Hargrove, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Up next, we have Miss Laura Trask, who is the host of Beaufort's Holiday Showcase. How are you?
I'm great. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. So, Laura, WHHI annually produces a holiday showcase for local shoppers, but this year some Beaufort businesses were included. Can you tell us a bit about this?
Yes, well, this was my first experience with the holiday shopping showcase on WHHI, but from what I understand, it's usually just been Hilton Head and Bluffton vendors. This year, we were quite excited when we had so many Beaufort vendors and businesses wanting to join us on this show. And I tell you, I just was so thrilled to work with them all and what they brought to the show and what they have for us here in Beaufort to do your holiday shopping with. And I just tell you, it's so important to buy local, as we all know. And I was just thrilled to see what they have and just felt like I could just check off everybody on my list.
And give us an idea of which businesses participated.
Okay, I've got a list here. In the historic downtown part of Beaufort, we had City Loft and the Beaufort Inn, which had great packages. You think hotels, how are they going to do that? But they had some great stuff. Low Country Produce, M Home and Garden, Bay Street Outfitters, The Gallery, Lulu Burgess, and Green Herring Art and Framing. In Uptown Beaufort, we had Grace and Glory, Best Nails, and Sports Nuts. And then in Port Royal, we had Orchid Salon, and Port Royal author Wendy Politzer had some beautiful books that she's done. And then on Ladies Island, we had Graco Hardware.
All right, looking forward to it. So how and when can viewers see this special holiday promotion?
Well, it's starting this week, and it's going to be on several times daily. You can check out the times on WHHITV.com. And join us. I think you'll enjoy the show, and hopefully you'll get a lot of great shopping tips that will help you in this stressful time of year.
All right. Sounds good, Laura. Thank you so much. Look forward to it. Stick around because we're bringing you the entertainment report just after the break, and Jolie returns to tell us what to expect in Port Royal.
Is it time to purchase for the one-of-a-kind person in your life? Over 60 years of service distinguishes Modern Jewelers as one of South Carolina's preeminent jewelry stores.
We're proud to have been voted Beaufort's #1 jewelry store 10 years in a row. Come visit us at 807 Bay Street.
Welcome back to the Beaufort News. Joining us now to give us our Port Royal report is Councilman Joe Lee. How are you today?
I'm great, Jessa. How are you?
I'm good. Joe, there's a second lecture at Union Church. Can you give us the details on this?
Sure can. I'm real pleased to. Our second lecture is November the 29th. It's a Thursday. It's in the evening at 6:30, sponsored by the Historic Port Royal Foundation. And this lecture is on the subject of Port Royal and the Spanish-American War. Very few people realize the impact of the Spanish-American War on our area, since at that time Parris Island was actually the naval base. So it's a great lecture. It's given by Ray and Marion Rollins, who are very expert in the subject of the Spanish-American War. We're looking forward to it. It's $10 to get in, and it's you can call 522-9923 to reserve a seat.
That sounds very interesting. Thanks, Joe, for that.
We're looking forward to it.
And you mentioned also that you have a holiday message from Port Royal. Is that right?
I sure do, and I think this edition of Beaufort News is going to highlight a lot of the Christmas shopping experience, and you'll hear a lot about shopping local. And I wanted to give you the other side of that story. When you shop local, it not only helps the vendors and keeps money in the local area, but it also helps the communities. All of the municipalities and the county count on your spending money here to fund the services that you demand. So if you can look at it another way, the sales tax that you don't pay by shopping elsewhere is a deficit to the school board, because the sales tax goes to the school board. So the school board could someday say, well, we're not going to offer free preschool education because we can't afford it. So you don't want that to happen. The same thing with communities. The communities offer fire and police service that you demand as a resident. So what if we say, oh, we're not going to provide you any police service on Sunday because we can't afford it? So you keep demanding the services, we keep providing the services, and we expect all the residents to pay their fair share of the services. So you really do need to shop local. And please enjoy your holiday this weekend. Happy Thanksgiving.
All right, Joe. Well, that's a very important message. We'll definitely keep that in mind as we do our holiday spending. So thank you so much.
Sure. Thank you.
Joining us now is Mark Shaffer, who has our Beaufort Entertainment Report. How are you?
Doing fine, Jessa.
All right. Say, Mark, the 25th Annual Festival of Trees is just around the corner. Tell us about this.
Yeah, the Festival of Trees is in its Jubilee year, and it's raised almost $1 million for Friends of Carrollton Hospice over the last quarter century. And this year, the festival runs December 3rd through the 8th at the Charles Lynn Brown Activity Center.
And is it true that they're currently seeking tree sponsors right now?
Absolutely, and you can sponsor a tree in memory of a loved one, dedicate a tree to a friend, donate a tree for your business, whatever you want. The cost is $225 to sponsor a tree, $60 to decorate a tree, and Friends of Carrollton Hospice is a great cause, and you can reserve your tree at 263-4108 or visit festivaloftrees.org.
All right, sounds good. And the USCB Indie Film Series is still going strong, I hear. What can we expect next with this?
It is indeed. On the 27th, they're showing a documentary, a really interesting one. It's called Searching for Sugar Man. And the film's about a musician known as Rodrigue, who came on the scene in the late 60s and then kind of disappeared mysteriously. He's achieved a kind of a mythic cult status in South Africa particularly. In this documentary, two of his fans there set out to explore his life and his mysterious disappearance.
Sounds very interesting. Is there anything else we need to know about that?
Well, Searching for Sugarman screens at the USCB Center for the Arts at 7 on the 27th. Tickets are $7 for adults, $6 for seniors, and $5 for students. And you can buy them at the door, and you can get more information at uscbcenterforthearts.com.
All right. And USCB has another great Lunch with Authors program coming soon. Do you know anything about this?
Sure do. Brett Lott is the next featured author in the series, and he's a professor of creative writing just up the road at the College of Charleston. He's also the author of 13 novels, and Jewel was on the Oprah Book Club selection. Great book. He's also an editor at the Southern Review and was recently invited to the White House to give a lecture on Flannery O'Connor, so he's a pretty impressive guy.
And talk to us about the event itself. What do viewers need to know about the event?
Well, he'll be talking about his latest novel, Dead Low Tide, which Pat Conroy called a literary thriller of the highest order. That's high praise indeed. Now, the Lunch with Authors series moves around Beaufort County. You'll have to drive to Sea Pines for this one, but it is worth it. And you can make your reservations at 843-521-4147. As always, pick up a free copy of Low Country Weekly. Click online at lcweekly.com to find out what's out and about. Jessa?
All right, Mark Shaffer, as always, thank you for a great entertainment report. Lots to look forward to.
All right, thank you.
Thank you for joining us for the Beaufort News. I'm Jessa Jeremiah. Join us next time.